So we're going to be focusing on what it takes to get a long shot with the individual weapons. For the vast majority of players, they might not even care about this because it doesn't really matter. But if you're going for camos, you're going to want to make sure that you're able to complete all of them so you can get gold, diamond, and then obviously dark matter, ultra, whether you're going for it in, regular multiplayer or you're going for it in zombies. For all of the weapons that we're going to talk about today, they have a long shot category, and you can see you need to get 50 long shots. And one thing that's unique about this game is it actually tells you a bunch of that stuff in game. And we're going to talk about some various sightlines, some recommendations so that you can do this as easy as possible, because that's the overall goal. You want to be able to knock these out, and these are something that if you don't know about these things, it might take you forever. So if you do enjoy the video, learn something new, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you're brand new looking to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on by hitting the red subscribe button and ringing that bell. So it actually shows you on the top right, it says ideal range is 3 to 15 meters, and then a long shot for an SMG is 36 meters. If we go to a rifle, it's going to be 41 plus meters, anything above 41. The Milano is also an SMG, it's 36 meters. We also have M16, which is a tactical rifle, 41 meters. So that's going to be the same as the rifles, which is pretty standard in Call of Duty. Usually these tactical rifles, LMGs are all in line, and they're all going to be at 41. These distances are actually a little bit further than Modern Warfare. So if you're used to those, with longer times to kill, that's going to be a little bit tricky, especially since I think it was like 30 or 28 for SMGs. So that's quite a big bump there. If we continue going around, shotguns, 14 plus meters. Another tactical rifle, 41 meters. We have an RPD, which is an LMG, 41 meters. And then we have a sniper rifle, 51 meters. Pistols, 25 meters. I think they were 22 in Modern Warfare. And then we have these that will not show until I get kills with them. Obviously, you can see the vast majority of my time was spent to getting one weapon gold, but that's kind of how it goes. So now let's go ahead and go in game, and we'll talk about some tips to help you figure this part out. There are different sight lines on various maps. I'm going to show you the ones that I found the most ideal. Checkmate actually has some good sight lines, so we'll go ahead and start off there. There's two different ways to do this. Obviously, if you want to do just long shots organically, probably will not happen with an SMG. Long shots organically will not happen unless the only mode you play is hardcore. So I'd recommend, if you're going to just want to do it organically, long shots with rifles, LMGs, sniper rifles, pretty organic on the bigger modes. As far as the combined arm modes, with the exception of Cartel, those sight lines are going to be fairly long. So what you're looking at here is you can't really tell distance, but there is a ping option. So if you press left on the D-pad, for controller, and then for whatever keyboard and mouse is whatever you set that keybind to, you can see that distance. So if we need 36 meters with an SMG, from here, pretty much as long as they're behind that box, we'll get a long shot. So anywhere on this right side, you'd be pretty good if they were coming around the corner. Boom, 36 meters, you're good to go. This would also double as a rifle long shot if you wanted to post up here. I know this is a little bit campy, but that's kind of what you got to do when you're doing camo challenges. That's just the norm. Better than a mounted kill, right? But that is what that is. So there's that. That's how to get a long shot for this particular map. We can go to the other side, and there's actually two different long shots I like to use on this side. If I'm going to go for long shot from here, you can even put it in an optic. But pretty much what you can do is you can peek on this side. So if somebody's on this head glitch there, that's easily going to be a long shot with every weapon. If they're coming around the corner, you can see pretty much all the way up until about, well, up to there. 60 meters, 50 meters is right there. That's where that location is. So there's that one. That's where you can get some long shots. If you wanted here, this is also one that would be good for all long shots. If somebody's at this window, they're right at 50 meters, 54 meters. That would be a long shot with every weapon. Same thing when they pop up on a head glitch here. You're pretty much good to go. So this was a really good spot that I used for this. Let's go ahead and go into another map. I don't really think Crossroads is all that great unless you're using the combined arms version, just because this one kind of is a little bit small, a lot of buildings in the way, not a ton of good sight lines. There probably are long shots on the open side, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend. Garrison is okay too. Let's go ahead and check out that one. So obviously I did mention that it'd be easier to do it organically through the combined arms. But if you're not trying to do it organically, The fastest way possible is to jump into hardcore, and this would be the playlist. Obviously, you go through these various maps. You'd lobby shop, maybe get the map I just showed, this one, satellite. This one, you can get long shots here. So I put on an optic on my, that's 50 meters, and this is with your back against the wall. Keep in mind that if you're trying to get sniper, you have to get 51, which means that it will not register. So you're not going to get a long shot with the sniper here. So this is not that great. You could go to the other side of the map. That one would be good as they come around the head glitch. You just pre-fire that. You need to land 2 bullets or a headshot with most weapons at that range. The other thing you can do here is, obviously this would be kind of campy, but you could aim for here. You get 36 meter with an SMG. If you feel like they're coming around that corner, it's going to be a little bit slow there. You can also look right here. If they come up on this bridge here, you could get a long shot. You could even back up a little bit so that you can get sniper. As they come out right here, you could actually hit them along this little bridge they got going on there. Other than that, I mean, there is another one up here, right here. As they come around this side, that's 52 meters. You could back off a little bit so you're not hit on this, so your right side's still blocked. And then you crouch, and then that's 51 meters as they come around the corner. So that's gonna be a long shot for pretty much everything. Over here, 28 meters. You're not gonna get a long shot. Could you get it if somebody was standing right there? No, not there either. So this is kind of what you do. You can kind of peek spawn even as they come through here. This is a really dangerous spot in hardcore though, because people are going to be getting on this side. You'd have to have really good map control, so it's a little less practical. At least here you can hear people coming up. If you're aiming down, they're going to come around this way. Boom. You come around and you peek it really quick. Boom. So you're good to go. Let's go to the next map. It's weird. It spawned me with people. I didn't even notice that. Obviously, this one, you're going to be able to do the same thing. There's some obvious ones. These are like the likely spots where people are going to be. I'm not really a fan of this map in terms just because it's so dark. But obviously, you can... This would be like a long shot for a sniper rifle as they come around the corner. A little less practical because if they're full on sprinting, SMG, that gives you plenty of room up to here. So they could come around and you're pretty much good to go there. So that'd be more of an SMG, maybe a rifle, a little bit of a stretch on a sniper rifle. You'd probably have to jump in that back corner and maybe go a little bit further back. On this one, window to window,
knowledge waypoint coords.
Pretty far. You're going to get a long shot regardless. So this could be like on Shoot House where people just go like this and just wait for each other to come out. But that one's going to be a little bit slow. Luckily, you don't need a ton. Pretty much for every category, you need 50 with the exception of pistols. Obviously, I could jump in that window. I'm not going to. And then the other one's going to be right here. Just because it's opposite sight line. It's just kind of how it works. Where it's the exact opposite sight line versus some of the other ones we saw. They're a little bit different depending on where you're at. So this one, someone's right there. If they're right there, you can get a long shot. This one's a little bit rough. This one's not going to count. Yeah, this one won't count. So that's pretty much that. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Like I said, this one probably has a ton if they're like right there, you know, on that. Oh, they're coming around. But as far as farming long shots, that's what we're looking for. Not just getting long shots, because there's plenty of spots for that. We're talking about farming long shots to try and get 10 to 15 a match, not 3. Next map is Moscow, and this one I actually got the most long shots on. I think it was averaging like 14 in a match with an SMG. Okay, so there's pretty much 2 main spots that I used. Obviously, you want to play domination when you're playing hardcore. It just makes it so the spawns are very predictable. You got a good idea where enemies are. So if you're going to play hardcore, I recommend dom because the spawns won't flip, right? Or they will, but you know, it's a little bit harder. So this one, what you're going to do is you can peek that sight line and you can see right on that, if they're behind it, it's going to be a long shot. If they're behind it further, I could probably get a rifle long shot. Same thing with this sight line. I could post up right there. And then I can shoot him there, right? The other thing is I seen this guy, somebody use this one on me when I was playing, and pretty much they're posted up.
Indicating waypoint.
And this will be a long shot pretty much for a rifle. And the reason that I'm saying like you got to know the exact range is because in hardcore, medals do not pop up. You won't know you're accomplishing long shots. It won't tell you in any way. So those are the main 2 on that little spot. But let's say you have the C flag and the B flag, and the enemies have the A flag over here. All you got to do is maybe put down a trophy or a bouncing Betty or whatever the heck that proximity mine. right there. And then all you do is as they come around this corner, that's 56 meters. They're going to come around and they're going to come around there and they're going to go down the stairs. They come out through this entrance. It's not a long shot. They come out through over here. It will be a long shot. So you just got to hit them as they come around. You can use this as cover. And it's a hard shot to hit if you're in the bus. So that's kind of how I would do it in hardcore. And then at the same time, you're also kind of maintaining a little bit of map control and helping people get to B. So it's kind of a double thing there. So satellite's pretty easy. I would imagine like you could just farm the dunes, right? Like if the spawns are pretty consistent, they're going to be coming around that back right side. I mean, this is far.
Indicating waypoint.
Like all the way up to this box would be a long shot. So anything beyond this box would be a long shot. So there's easy on the dunes. But the key is giving you a variety of maps because it's not like, even though there's not a ton of maps, there's 8 maps that it could potentially come up as. So you're going to want to be able to have long shots for all of these spots. Right there, that anything beyond, so that's not ideal. Somebody behind this head glitch, not ideal. You would have to back up a little bit. So you'd have to back up to get that long shot. So in the middle is not going to be ideal for long shots with any weapon. Maybe if they're outside in the dunes, it's not going to work. You would imagine like, hey man, this game, you know, probably has a ton, but does not necessarily. Even that 26 meters, not far enough. If they're on this, they're on that, they'd have to be on that head glitch for you to get a long shot with a rifle, or you backed up so you get 44 meters. So this one's a little bit trickier. Even if they're on that head glitch, you'd have to be back over here. And then anything beyond that rock, you'd get a long shot with the rifle. So if they're coming through over there, you'd be able to get them. So this one's a little bit trickier, but definitely use the ping. That's one of the nice things that I found in this game. Is obviously if you're able to use it in multiplayer, your teammates know where it is. It might be kind of annoying, but if you're going for long shots, you can get an exact number and go, okay, not a long shot, not a long shot. I lost my sight line. And then you're able to adjust that. So pretty straightforward there. So I plan to do a follow-up video kind of showing how to get gold easier because there's some other weird challenges that I can kind of bundle into another video. If you enjoyed this video, learned something new, please do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, or just haven't yet subscribed, definitely make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.